Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Who Are You podcast. I'm your host, Connor Overbay. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, welcome, welcome, welcome. Always happy to have a new listener, a new watcher, or whichever way you guys are checking our content out. If you guys want to give us a follow on all of our social media, it's going to be at Who Are You Pod from everything from Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. You guys know where to find us nowadays. And also on YouTube. Make sure you guys check us out on there. It's going to be at Who Are You Pod for all the social media, and then it's going to be Who Are You podcast on YouTube, and you guys will be able to find us on there. Today, sitting down with friends, with family. You guys probably recognize this man. He was on a lot of my earlier podcasts, and you haven't been on the YouTube side of things, but I'm sitting down with Mr. Nolan Irwin, and I'm sitting with the wifey, Shannon Overbay today.
Hello.
What's up, everybody?
Shout out to having you guys back on. I was like sitting here, we were talking over the weekend. We had some Christmas parties and everything, and I was like, I hang out with Nolan every week. I don't know why we don't have him.
Been on this shit, yeah.
It's been a while, man.
It's been a while.
I mean, I think the last time I had you on, you were like a month away from graduating.
Yeah, it was like March or April of 2023. It's been a while.
Yeah, we were hanging out in your garage. It was me. I think it was like me, you, and Trent the last time. Or no, that's not true. We did the one Halloween too when we were in Trent's backyard and everything.
Yes,
Shit,
that's probably the most recent one where all the frogs were chirping.
We did that, and then we did also the one in TJ's house too.
Yeah,
when Jamie was on the podcast, we were all like telling different shit. We were talking about Trent getting eaten by sharks or some shit.
Like shark bites and shit like that. Yeah,
but it's been a minute. A lot of good things have been going on for you, man. You moved out. Let's say with your longtime girlfriend. Shout out Alex. What else has been going on? One, you're doing well in your job. Actually working on a promotion right now as well.
Yeah, so I work vocational rehabilitation. What we do is we help individuals with physical disabilities and mental disabilities acquire jobs, and we also do training for students as well from ages 14 to 21. So we do a lot of great things.
That's pretty cool, man. And like I know you enjoy like actually helping out. I'm sure there's people who are assholes or parents they have to
There's
deal
always
with.
going to be dickheads and stuff like that, but majority of people are pretty cool.
So when you say like finding like vocational and stuff like that for like jobs, so what kind of jobs are you finding these people? Is there like certain, I guess, like companies, say like Walmart, Target, or whatever it is that you work with that like are more accepting to that side of things?
Yeah, so there's those types of retail companies like that, but then there's also people that like even like with HVAC, we do stuff with them.
That's cool.
Also like other schooling too with JTech, Tulsa Welding.
Oh, nice.
So they do any type of trade school or just like your standard 4-year type of university.
That's pretty cool, man. I feel like that's badass. And say like obviously me and you've been talking about me now. I'm working in trade work again, going back into the HVAC side of things. And I was telling you today, I freaking started classes to do technician stuff, and that's it's kind of weird. And I'm like, ooh. But the thing that's gonna be weird about it is I'm also sales on that side of things too. So it's like sales and technician work at the same time.
Kind of cool. You get like the best of both worlds from it.
Hey, it won't be bad. It's just gonna be interesting. The whole sales side of things is a little weird. You know what I mean? Just having to go out there and be like, hey, so I'm gonna make you give me $20,000 like right here. You don't know you're gonna do it yet, but it's gonna happen. So it'll be interesting, but I'm liking working with my hands and stuff. And so with you're saying you're working on getting a promotion, and actually like your own boss came up and talked to you about that. I bet that was a good feeling.
No, that was cool. The hard work pays off, so it feels good to get that recognition for coming in like day by day and just doing all your stuff.
What will be different in your role there than what you're doing currently?
So currently I deal with pre-ETS, which is pre-employment transitional services. So it's students ages 14 to 21. And we do a lot of things like with career camps and work-based learning experiences, and they also do on-the-job training. But then I'll officially be a counselor, and so you're going to be dealing with a lot of like actual adults. So you'll be past the 21, 22 year ages, and dealing more with actual job placement and things like that.
That's cool. So you'll basically just be like, it's kind of like a teacher like moving up in the grades wise, like who you're dealing with, the older ages, all that kind of stuff.
It's a lot more casework because you have a bigger like caseload. So you can have up to like 90 to 120 people that you're like help managing them with. It's a lot of work and everything, but I'm excited for it though.
Hey man, you're moving up. I mean, you got your degree, like you said, you graduated college and found a job right out of college from like
that's stressful trying to find a job.
UNF helped you though, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, no. So I had I don't know if I want to speak for most people, but like you have internships with UNF, like your last semester of your senior year, and so like you find out different outlets through them and different companies and organizations that are through North Florida.
Gotcha.
That's kind of how it all works.
That's cool. Because like you obviously like you graduated like summa cum laude and everything, right? And wasn't there? You said career camps. I thought there was like a Like since you graduated in higher epsilon of what it was, wasn't there some other like program inside UNF that was like a thing too?
Well, I got into Phi Kappa Phi, which is like an honor society.
That's what it is.
That's another thing too. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And you've also been a part of the saga of the Fantasy Football League this year.
Oh, that bullshit.
Just switch gears here a little bit, and Todd, we're talking to you too.
Yeah.
So Shannon, did you see what?
What happened? What is going on?
So Nolan's.
I don't understand what this is. So
what happened?
So anybody, my mom is also in this league, this fantasy football league, and after last night's game, it was the Bills and the Patriots. She ended up winning by 1 point, but then it got like negated or taken away like 2 hours after the game.
2 hours.
So I don't know if Todd's messing with it. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think he would do that.
He wouldn't do that for Bill specifically.
Yeah, definitely not, because he doesn't want him to win again,
right?
And everything.
We were there at the house last night. We were all hanging out
because it showed my mom. It showed how she won.
Yeah, you saw me start texting the group chat, right? I'm like, the trophy's coming back to Jacksonville.
Yeah. Everyone, we thought the trophy was coming back because his mom had beat the Northerner.
Somehow, yeah.
Do you think they made
We all went to bed happy.
Do they make adjustments, though, after games are over?
Apparently they do.
That's what I'm... and I know it wasn't Todd, because Todd wants to bring the trophy back here to Jacksonville.
Yeah, I don't think he would do that.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying is, like, they had to adjust something, which I don't know what they would have adjusted, because the defense is the only thing that was left.
That was left, yeah.
And they didn't, do anything else.
Yeah.
And I didn't see their points change.
It didn't too, because it was 16. It went down to 15 after New England scored, and then an hour, 2 hours later, it popped back to them having 16 points. So they gained a point. So he gained the point he lost back that took her.
See
spot.
What the fuck?
So what did they take New England's score away?
No, they didn't take the score, because it still shows how many points New England scored against the Bills. I don't know what
that's
they
the only thing that could have changed it.
That's what I'm saying.
That had to been, but it
doesn't
make any sense.
There's something weird going on.
Something weird.
Commissioner Todd Bergeron, I know you watch these sometimes. We're going to need to check the tape on that one, sir.
I think Bill hacked the app because he's won 2 years in a row off of some little
It's a little sus,
bro.
It's very sus,
we were sitting on the couch last night so hyped. We were sitting there watching our phones and watching the game so closely. We're like, please don't score. Or no, we needed the Patriots to score against the Bills, because that took them down points, and that's what we were needing. And it came down to that 1 point at the end of the game. We were like, okay, the game ended. We were like, all right, bet. Everybody was talking shit in the group chat.
Well, now we need Seth to bring it up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to text Todd about that.
Something's messed up.
Actually, we'll do a live.
It's very sus, dude.
Here, 1 second.
Because it makes no fucking sense.
It doesn't,
1 second. I'm going to call Todd real quick.
Everyone who's been following along knows how I feel about this fantasy league. Meanwhile, I'm playing Nolan this week, and
I have a game today.
Not looking good. Yeah. You have a defense and a running back playing.
Josh Jacobs. Everybody draft him next year.
You're only 7 points down from me. So you automatically get 10 with
That's true.
I've already
We're battling
lost.
for fifth place right now.
We are battling for fifth.
Nothing to flex on. But.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to call Todd real quick, see if he answers. We're going to have him live on the podcast here. All right.
The other
I couldn't see him
updates,
doing something
Seth,
like that.
Connor's younger brother, beat his stepdad for going into top 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, 1 second. Can you all hear him?
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Todd. So before we get too deep into this conversation, have you live on the podcast right now, okay?
Oh, hello.
So it's me, Nolan, and Shannon on the podcast, and we're talking about fantasy football right now. Do you have a moment to give us some comments?
Very important.
Sure.
So, you know how we saw how Bill lost last night, right, by that 1 point?
It looked like that, didn't it?
Yeah. So
what happened?
So we're all talking about it now, and same as Jennifer lost by a point now. So can you give us any comment on that, Mr. Commissioner?
Yes. So it looked like when the Patriots were going for it on that last drive, and I think when they throw it in for the first time, it was incomplete. And then it was like 3rd and goal to 1, and then they hiked it and they got sacked. He got sacked. And then they scored on the next play. That sack was plus 2 points. So that added an extra point. So all the points that got taken away from the points that they scored, he got right back from the sack.
But that's what I'm saying. But that
it was hours later.
It didn't show. It didn't show that live during the game, though. That's why I was.
Yeah,
wondering.
I know, but it was delayed, and that's why the settings, though, sometimes they won't change over until like Tuesday or Wednesday of the week because they're still calculating and adjusting for potential score adjustments and things like that.
See,
So,
I think that's bullshit, Todd. I don't like how that happened. You know, we were doing
I don't
so
like
good.
it either.
Yeah.
Like we were talking so much shit in the group chat. We were all talking about how how it's coming back to Jacksonville, and now
I know
we can't have this happen, Todd.
0.8 points. Seth, he's got to
go back in that group chat and look who was talking. I wasn't saying shit.
We were with you last night, Todd. You were all excited. Don't try to play us down now.
I was excited, but I wasn't. It doesn't. I didn't say anything in the group chat. They have no. Allegedly, I was excited.
Allegedly. Oh, okay. We'll let the record show. Okay, Commissioner.
The record's bullshit.
Yeah, I think it's bullshit as well, but whatever.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes people are going to bitch no matter what you do. And guess what? I agree. I don't like the fact that the system did it that way, but that's what it looked like it did.
Well, Todd,
It's got to do it the opposite way when Seth plays him.
Well, so what's it now? So it's Bill, Seth, and Todd, right?
No, Todd.
Todd's
It's Bill versus Seth.
So it's just Bill and Seth now.
So it's going to be Todd versus Miss Jennifer for third and fourth place.
Oh God!
Exactly, yeah.
So we got to rely on Seth. This is going to be interesting.
I know, it's a tough
He
task.
has the whole freaking offense for the freaking for the Ravens.
Yeah.
Let's say if the Ravens suck, then anytime we're
The
screwed.
biggest Baltimore fan.
Oh, man.
All right, Mr. Commissioner. Well, we appreciate your time. Thank you for answering our questions.
No, you're welcome.
All right, I love you. I'll talk to you later.
I love you.
Bye.
Nice.
Well, damn.
I did not agree with his explanation.
I don't know.
But like,
he
it does suck.
knew exactly. I know exactly how it happened. This is this. This is this. This is this. Sus.
That was pretty cool how seamlessly. That's the first time I've ever called someone on the podcast.
That did actually
That
work
was
very well.
pretty-
I was sitting there, I was like, okay, I think
It
that
sounded good.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's freaking wild. No, so I think it's bullshit. So now it's up to Seth. Seth, I'm talking to you directly.
Yeah.
Beat his ass. We need Derrick Henry to go off for
Derrick
like a
Henry, Lamar Jackson.
yeah. Derrick needs to
got
go off for
Scary
250.
Terry
Seth,
from
what
the
players
Redskins.
do you need? Just let us know.
He
We'll all
does have
drop him.
he does have Terry McLaurin though.
Yeah.
That's big. He
He's
has
big.
Zay Flowers, but he's been off and on this year.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think? I mean, to be honest, you've had a good season. To be honest with you,
Yeah, I like to tell everybody. I started 1-5, and I won 8 straight to end the year. Just to lose in the first round of the fucking playoffs and everything. It sucks, dude.
Win streak up to the
Yeah.
playoffs
Yeah.
and then lost.
Nolan was going off. I started off hot, and then I got my ass beat for the rest of the
I know,
season.
you farted out hard.
There's nothing I could do. Like it was either I lost by 100 points or I lost by 2, and I was just like,
Yeah.
all right. You know, like I didn't have defenses like your mom scoring 16 freaking points. Like where the fuck did the Falcons score 16? Win.
That was 26.
She scored a bunch of this.
They scored 26
this
They
past
this
scored
week, yeah.
26.
Oh, I thought it was 16.
Now the Bills scored 16.
yeah, it's.
It's because the Falcons played a team worse than the Jags. They played the Giants.
I had such good players, dude. I felt like I had such good players. Tank Dell his knee exploded this past
Yeah,
week.
he got messed up.
He tore his ACL. I think he dislocated his knee, and
He just went.
and he broke his tibia or something like that.
Yeah, he also got shot last year too.
Yeah, that's what they
He's had a
said.
rough year. He's had a rough year.
This man's going through it.
He's been battling it, dude. Didn't have a tough time.
No one's like, and he got shot this year.
All these injuries.
But he's still all right.
still
He's a
going.
millionaire.
I'm fucking dead. And he got shot. I would consider that a tough year.
Oh, man. Honestly, though, every player has been going through injuries this season.
They have been, yeah.
Shannon's just mad that she didn't get Christian McCaffrey this year, even though he didn't
Oh,
play.
yeah, I'm mad.
That'd been bad though, because
Yeah,
he
like-
didn't really play.
Yeah.
He played, what, 2 games this season?
And he didn't even do too well in those 2 games too.
I said it before on this podcast earlier this year, and I'll say it again. If he was on my team, he probably wouldn't have been hurt. I'm just saying.
I don't know if he had Achilles tendonitis, whatever the hell they called it.
Homie literally went to Germany and had some like experimental shit put into him. and,
They're both just hanging barely off.
and then he still blew out his knee playing in the snow.
It was like his first game back, right? He was.
Homie
You
blows
can
up.
see it in you can see it in the video. It's like a rubber band snaps, and you could like.
Was it his Achilles that
I
ripped?
don't know what it was.
I thought
but
it was his knee that he like buckled.
We'll have to look at the video for it and everything, but it looked weird.
That's what we need next gen. We need to put like a TV right here so we
We
can watch.
do.
So we can watch.
Christian McCaffrey getting hurt.
We'll just upload all the highlights from the week before and go over.
Freaking NFL comes
to the
out.
fantasy lineup.
The NFL comes after. We have Red Zone just illegally streamed.
He'd be like, "Yeah, put that down."
Yeah.
YouTube would come at me very quickly and be like, "Sir."
Everyone would like censored.
Yeah.
Fantasy football was fun this year.
It was, bro. Like I like this type of stuff because we're all like, we had everybody over at the house. We were all hanging out doing our thing.
The draft was fun.
The draft was lit. They were talking about maybe doing like a end of the season football thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think we are.
I guess that's next weekend though, so I don't know if they're gonna put something together that quickly. But no, this was a fun season. Like we added your mom and Cam this year, right?
Yeah, Cam had a rough time. He had a rough time.
Cam had a tough. I mean, I can't talk shit either. But I didn't come in last. I didn't win the shit bowl. I'm happy about that.
That is true.
that was Kristen.
I came in last year. It was rough.
What a ways you've come.
I know, right?
But I came in third last year.
You got lucky. Damn. You got lucky as shit last year. I actually helped you last year with your draft, though.
You did, and look at me. I'm fighting for fifth.
Yeah, now you have to do your research. I gave you the one time, and it's not even my fucking team.
Fantasy's all luck. You just can't have people get hurt, dude.
Really,
no research on any of this bullshit.
The start of my season, I had like half of my team was on IR. I had to like release everybody.
And it's all luck on where you get the lineup for choosing your draft.
Yeah. No, the luckiest part of my season is the first week I got Juwan Jennings, and he went off for 54 points against Todd. That was
just to beat Todd.
That was great.
Well, I literally picked him up randomly. I knew who Juwan Jennings was. He wasn't doing shit. He's on the San Francisco 49ers, and he caught like 3 touchdowns and like had 200 yards that game. The one game I got him like the first week.
That's all that matters.
Honestly, Bijan has been like my star all season.
I like
Bijan Robinson.
Chuba
I call
Hubbard.
him Chuba Hubbard because it just rhymes.
Hey, he's a beast. I'll give him that.
Yeah, they have been on point.
I feel like
all season.
I feel like the Panthers have really had like an arc to them recently.
They've actually they're fighting now.
They're going up now. Like and the Jaguars are still. We lost to the Raiders.
That was the ugliest game ever.
Isn't that so gross?
I took a nap during that game yesterday.
It's because freaking Lawrence got taken out his head off.
Yes,
first play or whatever.
That player got fined a shit ton of money, and he got like a 3-game suspension.
Yeah, he got suspended too.
And did you hear because he missed those 3 games, he lost out on like a $400,000 incentive bonus? I was like,
we'll lay motherfuckers out.
But you know what's crazy? Not even like I think it was this past week. I saw a replay clip of another player doing almost the exact same thing to a different quarterback.
Yeah, but he didn't hit him. I remember we were watching that game. I forgot what play it was, or what team it was, but we watched it. He didn't hit him in the head. He literally jumped over him. Mm-hmm. It's different. Like what happened to Lawrence? Yeah. The guy had a freaking arm brace on. One that he didn't need.
That's true.
He didn't need it.
He that
like that was messed up that he went on it with that full arm.
Yeah,
brace.
he basically did a WWE move with a chair. Like when they're like running by each other and slap him in the head with a chair. Yeah, that's basically what he just did to him. He did a WWE move with his head slamming against the freaking turf.
Straight to his neck. Yep.
But next season's gonna be the Jags aren't gonna be here next season.
Oh, for playing, because of the stadium.
The stadium's gonna be gone. Mm-hmm. We'll see what's going on with that.
So where are they gonna play at?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Has there been any official announcements?
I'm not sure.
Yet?
Let me Google that real quick. Where will the Jaguars be playing?
Yeah, so they're updating the Jags stadium and they're moving the team for 2 years.
Okay.
We just don't know where.
I guess like Orlando or Daytona.
I think they were talking about Gainesville or Daytona.
It'd be cool if they played in the swamp.
I feel like the swamp would be badass. Mm-hmm. That'd be a cool environment. Mm-hmm. I would never go to one of the games.
No, it's just so.
I'm not going on a Sunday.
It's hard, man.
I'm not going.
I'm gonna go and get drunk as hell, and then
that's what I'm saying.
You either got to take Friday or Monday off.
100% Monday. Fuck
yeah.
Friday.
Or
say Monday.
I guess
Mondays
I can get through Friday, man.
Yeah,
Mondays are rough.
Monday's the recovery day, Shannon. Like especially if you've been hanging out with your friends. Like anytime we go to freaking Jags games, it's dangerous. Especially if we had like good with Trent.
Yeah,
like that little tent that they have over there gets dangerous.
I had food poisoning last time I was at a Jags game.
I remember. I have a picture. I have a picture of you eating a rib, and you said you felt like death.
It was a horrible day.
A rib at the Jags stadium?
We were at a tailgate. I don't know whose tailgate it was, but we were sitting there, and Nolan I have a picture on my phone, so it's a black Jag shirt, and he's like, I'm about to fuck up a rib.
Just squinching my ass cheeks the whole entire time because about to shit.
We did have a fun weekend, though. We did basically like a Christmas party over at TJ's house, though. That shit was fun.
Yeah, we played Flip Cup, we Jello shots.
Flip Cup got aggressive, bro. You know how, like, have you know with the busting with the boys where they do the beer Olympics?
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
We were in like each other's, let's fucking go.
We were screaming at each other.
Fucking flip that cup. We were talking shit. And then the chick that broke the window was across from me. She was the one who was getting.
I don't even know what the fuck happened with that. I don't even know.
I wasn't there. It wasn't me. But no, like freaking TJ's drill sergeant ass is like in you. He's like, flip that fucking cup. Get that fucking thing, dude.
TJ is a drill sergeant, dude.
It was fun though. Like we were getting after that. We played beer ball. If you guys haven't played beer ball, basically there's a beer in all 4 corners. You have 2 players on each side, and you got to throw it. And whenever you hit the opposing team's beer can, you can crack your beer and start drinking it. And I was doing well. Shannon, on the other hand, I don't know.
I was doing well drinking.
I don't know. You let them drop the beer on you.
That's not part of drinking. That's part of the game. I was doing the drinking part good.
And it's a drinking game. That's right.
Yeah.
You got to finish your beer
That's what
first.
I said. I did the drinking part good. The game part, not too well.
My favorite part of the whole Christmas party was when we did the white elephant.
Oh, yeah. The white elephant was funny.
So I did good. Shannon doesn't want to talk about her gift.
I honestly haven't even looked too in depth about what all is included.
We'll get
you
get it.
So with my part, what did I get? I got like a shot drinking game off my first rip whenever I like picked out a present. Seth took it from me. I had a candy cane.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, you
big
tried to,
candy
like,
cane.
You want a candy cane, little guy?
It was like shot roulette or something.
I know what you did. That was messed up what you did to get that present. You did.
Yeah, Connor obviously did not want the present, so whenever it was someone else's
took
turn, he
advantage
said,
of
"Hey, look
somebody."
at this candy cane."
Yeah.
No. So the way that story worked, that's fucking funny. He's like, "Oh, that's the gift I was gonna pick. I wanted the fucking candy cane." So whenever it was his turn, he came up to me and he's like, "I was the one I was gonna pick." I was like, "Oh, you want it?"
He did say he wanted the candy cane.
Exactly. So I gave him what he wanted, and just because I benefited off of it just as much as he did doesn't mean it's wrong.
Oh, it was a fair trade. Yeah.
It was a fair trade. So that happened, but Nolan went first, and he got a towel. Or was it you? Who was the first one to pick out the towel?
I think I got the towel for it. There was a really sick golf towel.
Yeah, it was
It had like the magnet with it, so you could put it to your pick it up with your club if you're trying to clean your club off and everything.
What did it say on it? I forgot what
I think it says. I couldn't remember honestly.
Something bogey.
Breakfast and bogeys.
Breakfast and bogeys. That's what it has, like a fried egg on it. It's a really cool towel. So Nolan got it first.
It got stolen from me.
It got stolen from you. TJ stole it the second time.
Yeah.
And then it was my turn, and that's when the guy came and took my gift.
But I think isn't there like a rule where I don't think you could steal something
Only
that many
3
times?
times.
Only 3 times.
Only 3 times.
Three
but
times is a lot.
But it's
dude.
also the house rule, and that's what TJ set. It wasn't like I was like, oh, 3 times is the rule. That wasn't me, so don't give me that shit.
That's the rule
ended
for
up with
every
it.
time I've ever played a white elephant.
But
Yeah.
Okay.
but I ended up taking the towel last and took that shit home, you know, and
couldn't be
everybody was
stolen anymore.
Everybody was salty as fuck.
I'll steal it when I leave here.
It is a pretty nice towel.
It is.
The texture and everything.
It'll be on my bag next time I go golfing.
It might fall off.
Yeah.
Dude.
And shout out to TJ as well. TJ got me a sick hat as well.
Dude, that hat was pretty sick, dude.
Yeah, we got all kinds of good shit. Nolan got me a nice mallet putter cover, and then he got me a Gators cup. I got you what? I got you the ball markers, and then
the ball grabber.
Did you get to use that today?
Nah, not today. But I have it. It's in the bag though. My balls that were so damn far to the right or left, I couldn't get to them.
Nolan would need a fucking the poles that people use to pole vault and shit.
Oh my
He need one of those like 12-footers.
4 of those together to get my shit.
What was your gift that you got from the white elephant, my dear?
My gift was a Shart emergency kit.
Shart emergency kit. That is awesome.
Shart. Yeah. Like I said, I haven't read too in depth about what it is, but I'm sure it has, some wipes or, a diaper or something included.
Extra pair of underwear in there. Something like that.
Sponsored by Dude Wipes.
That'd be awesome.
Right. It didn't look that sophisticated.
Imagine if I just had an ad read right there. I was like, oh.
Like, dude,
Imagine.
No, I bet in there, like you said, it's probably a pair of underwear. I have a feeling it'd be like, since it's small, it's one of those ones you have to pour water on it and turns into like paper underwear.
that too.
That'd be tough.
Or something to
Maybe I'll
like
get it. I
hide the
just need to
smell.
find it.
But it'd be perfect. Like what that situation is perfect for is when you're in the car and you don't know if you're gonna make it. You don't know.
You've had a couple of those.
100%.
You want to exchange gifts?
Don't let this man lie to you.
I'd say I've never almost shit myself. I've done that a bunch of times, dude.
No one's like on the way here.
No, you want to exchange? Yeah, you can have that for those times of need.
I'm good. I like my golf towel. I'll wipe my ass with that golf towel if I need to.
Put the bacon strips on.
Yeah, I was like, exactly. I'll
Yeah.
just put the bacon strips that's missing on there.
Yeah.
But
And Nolan, how about you?
what did you get? I forgot.
So I got it was like a stuffed animal, but it was ovaries.
That's
Oh,
right.
Stuffed
yeah.
animal
That's right.
ovaries. And then it was chapstick and something I can't really remember. I kind of wasn't too happy with my gift. There was a lot of cooler stuff there. There's
There
a lot
was.
more cooler shit there. Because my shit got
Honestly, I
stolen.
wish I would have just stolen my gift back, the hot dog cooker.
That was a
That's
good.
right. Yeah, that was a cool
I thought
gift.
that was a cool
We should
gift.
Buy that shit right now or
Yeah.
something like that.
To be honest, I thought that was a pretty fly gift. Like, we would actually use that shit here.
I
We make hot
know.
dogs all the time.
Mhm.
I should have just stole my own gift. I thought about stealing the Oreos, though. I have an obsession with Oreos, and I eat them on rare occasions because Connor guilted me about eating them.
About eating Oreos?
Yeah.
What was the reason?
He said they give me cancer, so
they're on one of the top 10 lists for like foods that kill you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like number 3. So I was like,
he made me feel bad. He said you have to stop eating them. So now I eat them on rare occasions. So that time that you made your Oreo dessert and said, "Hey, I have these Oreos."
The rest of the shit, yeah.
Shannon's making it sound like I beat her whenever she ate a fucking Oreo. Like I didn't.
But I feel sad now when I think about Oreos.
Well, life is about
trying new things. There's other Oreos out there,
and getting some shit that you don't want sometimes.
Yeah.
You're still doing your diet, aren't you?
I mean, I'm on vacation right now, so no. But during like Monday through Friday, I try to.
Yeah, you've been doing the carnivore diet.
Yeah, so I just eat mostly meat, but then I don't go completely full carnivore. There's other people that just only eat straight meat, but you can also add cheese and fruits to it as well. It's mainly like you don't eat any like rice, bread, pasta, stuff like that.
So just more like carbs, gluten, that type of shit.
You do feel a lot better, in my opinion, when you eat like that, though.
I feel like you probably do, especially like bread's the worst thing for you, and like everybody eats white bread or like that Wonder Bread shit, and I can only imagine what that does to our insides and everything.
Do you know about McFlamingo?
Mm.
It's they're vegan, right? Or they started off vegan?
No, they're not vegan. They're just health conscious, so like they don't do any fried or anything like that.
Yeah, but they started off like vegan or something because like their bread isn't gluten and
they're more of a gluten-free option because remember he brought us chicken and like you eat salmon and stuff like that. So it's like, chicken's not vegan.
Well, okay, so gluten-free. My bad.
No, I'm not hating. I'm selling you.
I think he said he started off vegan and then they've kind of evolved.
Okay.
But either way, they are healthy food.
Nice.
Well, they
don't have bread.
Well, they do have bread, but it's like gluten-free bread and everything. And he like brought us a bunch of stuff. Like Shannon had a salad from him. It was like what was it? Kale? It was like a
blueberry. No, it was normal.
Was it normal lettuce?
But it was blueberries, salmon, avocado.
And it was a blueberry balsamic vinaigrette that you liked on too.
Balsamic vinaigrette, yeah.
And then he brought me a chicken sandwich, and it was just like chicken that was seasoned, which was good, and then gluten-free bread. The sandwich was good. The bread was a little weird just because you can tell it's not like normal, but it wasn't bad. Like I'd eat it again.
It's not your cancer bread and everything.
No, like I'd still eat it, to be honest with you. Like if I was served that, I probably wouldn't even know it wasn't regular bread, to be 100% honest with you. It's just if it sits for a while where it gets soggy, I think is where it loses
That's what I was going to say. It sat for a while, so it kind of got soggy.
I gotcha.
That's the one thing I would say about the bread, but it was good. And then he made hummus out of what did he make the hummus out of? It wasn't chickpeas. It was like garbanzo beans or some shit, or cashews. It was cashews. Yeah, he made a hummus out of cashews, and it was fucking good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it had like spiced
really
chicken on it, like taco meat chicken and shit on it. It was fucking good, dude.
Heck yeah.
That shit was fine. We were sitting there eating meal on the podcast and everything. That shit was fun.
It's hard to consistently eat healthy like that. That's the one thing I have noticed, though, because it's so easy just to go stop by McDonald's. We stopped at Burger King after a round today.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying. I'm not sitting here saying I am anyway a picture of health. I drink energy drinks. I'm zenning. I always have Zins in my mouth and all that
Those
stuff.
are good for you, man.
Oh, 100%. Nicotine has been proven.
Yeah.
It helps fight against Alzheimer's.
That's true.
It's actually somewhat decent for you. Just the way we consume it is not probably the healthiest way.
Yeah.
But what else was there? I lost my train of thought. Whatever.
I was just saying that's a healthier option.
Yeah, for like some options kind of thing. What else did they do there? He's like a classically trained chef. He biked across the United States for diabetes because his sister had like diabetes and like helped raise money for it and shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, homie, like
it's a long trip, dude.
Yeah, and he said he served like he worked up in New York and he was serving people like DiCaprio and all that kind of stuff. Like people were coming through the fine dining establishment. I was like, that's fucking sweet. You imagine someone who's worth like $100 million sitting at your table.
Yeah, that is kind of creepy to
I'd be
fathom, dude.
like, this is fucking weird.
But you can't like be that fangirl, you know? You got to just be professional and
about it, I guess.
Yeah, like there's really not too many celebrities in my opinion that I'd be like wouldn't be able to talk, like be weird to talk to. You know, like there's like people you're like real big fans of. Like going and talking to Rogan for me would be weird. I'm like,
that'd be awesome though.
I've heard him like
sweet.
I've heard him for thousands of hours talking, or you know, or you like I know you're a big fan of Theo Von.
Theo Von would be cool. If Joey Diaz though, that would be hard to keep my cool if I met him.
That would be fine.
Like, bro, you're fucking awesome. What's up, dude?
Joey Diaz is one of the coolest fucking dudes ever. Like he was like originally on the Crab Feast. Remember we were talking about Ryan Sickler and stuff, and he told his like whole story. It was cut in segments, Kind of like how he's done on the Honeydew, where he'll come on there and like tell like a 2-year span of his life.
Yeah.
And like he's talking about like kidnapping people and
Yeah,
like breaking into people's houses to take their drugs and shit. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
He has the craziest stories, dude. That's just some of the best stuff to like if you can't fall asleep, listen to it before bed. And It's the best shit.
Sean Ryan's been a good one to listen to as well.
That's a great podcast.
You guys
too.
put me on him.
I love Sean Ryan, dude.
Sean Ryan's that military dude, Jan, that I we'll listen to. I can't watch before bed though. It's too much before bed.
He does go into some shit.
When they talk about
does.
blowing for people up and shit, I'm like, God damn. I'm
Well,
like,
yeah, the different types of missions that they would go on overseas. It's insane.
well, like that one dude that was on there, the black dude who was the what was it, Angel of Death or Merchant of Death or some shit. He's
Talking about the guy that was the sniper.
the sniper. Yeah,
Yeah.
his stories were freaking wild. Where he's basically in like Shannon, like the ditches and stuff that are sometimes like just all concrete and then sometimes there's water in there. He was telling a story on there where him and like 4 dudes were basically barricaded there while like all the Taliban are coming in on him, and like he got shot in the leg. He saw some dude's head get blown off, and he's just like fighting. I'm like,
It's a different life, dude.
nah, I couldn't do
It's
it.
crazy.
Couldn't do it, man.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Something to a lighter note. So I was going to bring up our top 3 question. I let you guys know before, and we've done this question before, but since we have a guest on today, that's different than normal guests. I'm asking the same question. So the question this week is top 3 Christmas movies. I have a pretty good list in my personal opinion. Would you guys like me to go first? Or are you guys confident in yours? I can go first if it gives you more time.
I can go. I got mine.
Okay. We'll start with 3.
3 for like least to favorite.
Yep.
Okay, so 3, I would go with Fred Claus. Have you ever seen that one?
I've seen Freddy
With
Claus.
Vince Vaughn. I like Vince. I think he's a good actor.
I like Vince Vaughn.
I like all the shit that he's in. I remember seeing that when I was younger. I always liked it. And then all the Tim Allen Santa Claus movies.
Those are good movies.
Those are like my favorite growing up. And then all-time favorite would be Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton.
I like that one. That's
It's just
good.
like dirty, dark humor, dude.
And
I love it.
He has the little elf guy that runs around with him and shit. That shit's funny as fuck. That's a good
He's
list.
just like a drunk Santa, pretty much, dude. He works at a mall. It's hilarious.
That's a good list. I like that. Shannon, what do you think? What's your top 3?
Mine, so he actually ignited one for me. I was gonna say, so you brought up Tim Allen Santa. I'll put that as my number 3
Okay.
because those are really good. For my number 2, I have Home Alone,
Okay.
and number 1, I have The Grinch. But the one that we were watching a couple days ago,
The OG one or the one with the like live action one?
the live action,
Yeah, the one with Jim Carrey as the
Yeah.
Grinch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jim
yeah.
Carrey, yeah.
That's a good one. That's a solid
Yeah.
one.
and then the one that number 3 replaced was any Hallmark like holiday movie.
I can't.
I've never actually watched a single Hallmark one.
I can't.
They're all the same storyline. I couldn't think of all the good ones, but that Tim Allen, it's much better.
Anytime we go over to her mom's house for a holiday,
Hallmarks.
oh my god, and they get into them. They'll sit there and like talk to each other about the movies. I'm sitting here, I'm like, like what the fuck are we
Is it
watching?
just like a bunch of like no name actors? Any
Yeah,
big
like
stars in it?
like you
Yeah.
wouldn't know a single person on
Yeah.
stage, and it's like the most basic storyline of like, oh, this girl is
She's
moving.
going home for Christmas. and
She's moving to the big city and finding herself.
gets
And
He gets a
snowed
boyfriend and
in.
shit.
yeah, she dates the wrong guy and breaks her heart, and she finds the real one was in front of her the whole time.
Sounds awesome.
I know you like that
Yeah.
type of shit. Nolan's also a Love Island guy, though.
I'm not
Yes.
good. Yeah, I've watched plenty of Love Island.
I can't do it.
Love
man.
Island is top tier shit, dude.
Top
No.
tier.
No.
See, this is my kind of convo.
No, it is not. I
You
can't.
see how crazy these people are on these shows? They will say anything.
I
bro,
think
for
it's
more clout.
fake, bro. That's
Of course, it's fake. That's the whole point of it. It's
yeah,
brain,
but
it's brain rot shit.
I can't. Exactly, it's
Yeah.
brain rot. I
Exactly.
can't stand the
It's
brain
okay
rot.
to enjoy that for like an hour. Out of the
No,
day.
no. Shannon will sit there and watch. Fuck. There's like
I take
40.
that back. More than an hour.
There's
Like,
like-
I'll
There's
binge
like
them. Yeah.
5
There's like 400 episodes a season, and Shannon will.
There's,
Sit,
no.
there's like
like
what
50.
30. That's crazy.
Yeah.
50 hour. These are hour-long episodes.
Yeah.
That's fucking
They also
nuts.
do. I haven't watched it, but they have like Love Island After Dark and everything like that.
What?
It's like where it's like footage that they don't show.
Oh,
yeah.
well, in the UK, they put them in with the seasons, like
Oh, okay.
unseen bits and after sun stuff. I don't watch those. I just skip through them. But
No, I want some real like trash, like Jersey Shore shit. Like that's
Jersey Shore was before
Jersey
its time.
Shore, bro, was
Situation?
the shit. Like every time, like Ronnie and Sammy would basically beat each other. Like
Who's your favorite like personality on that show?
my favorite personality is Pauly D.
Pauly D.
Pauly D was the homie. Like, he didn't get in too much shit. You know what I mean? He was kind of like, he was always around, but he wasn't like deep involved. It was always like the situation. Ronnie was like fighting people or
He's
like.
just roided out all
the time. 100%. Dude, like, you know, like they would fight and like he like ripped her bed frame like out of the frame, like threw it out the window.
Dude, crazy.
And then you remember Snooki got punched?
That's right, yeah. I still feel like they paid that guy to punch her or something like that, dude.
She ate that shit, apparently.
She got clocked, bro. It's a trash bar.
Bro, can you imagine those alcoholic motherfuckers trying to like fucking make one of those t-shirts for you in one of those t-shirt shops?
Oh, no. They're probably hungover as
you
shit.
walk in there, freaking situation, snorting a line, and then comes up to you and tries to have like, he's like,
they were all on pills, dude.
Oh my God. Dude, I bet that house was crusty by the end. I bet the smells that came out of that place are just absolutely disgusting.
That's so gross. Okay, getting back to what we were talking about. What's your top 3 Christmas movies?
Sorry,
I got you guys.
No, that was a good one. Jersey Shore's the shit. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
I think Love Island's better.
No, Jersey Shore was that was some.
It's not as aggressive.
I loved it. That was the shit. Like they were just fighting, you know, and that was actually worth it. You know, I mean, they were fighting over like the dude made out with like 6 other chicks while he was at the bar and then comes back.
He's like, I didn't do nothing. What are you talking about?
Like those are the ones where I understand there's conflict. Anyways, my top 3 when it comes to the Christmas movie side of things, it might have changed from last year. I'm gonna say for number 3, I'm gonna put The Polar Express. The Polar Express was a solid movie. I always remember what? I always remember like in like 4th and 5th grade, they would like turn the classroom.
They would,
and like they would get like make like hot chocolate for you, all that kind of stuff. Like we would literally be on like the Polar Express in the classroom. So
my teachers never did that.
That's because you grew up in Ohio.
So sad.
We went to
we literally grew up in the Polar Express. Okay.
Yeah, that's why you couldn't have it. My number 2, I was gonna put the OG Grinch. I think that's a classic movie. I think that's like I watched that ever since I was a kid. But the original Grinch is awesome though too. The cartoon one, I like that one. That's the one like they'd wheel the TV into the room and we'd sit there and watch that shit. And my number 1, I was going back and forth on it. Like Christmas Vacation is really good, and then the OG Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Like the claymation shit.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a good one too.
I think that's the one I'm gonna put as my number 1 is like the OG like claymation Rudolph was always super good, and then I'll put Christmas Vacation as my like honorable mention on that. I think those were solid movies, you know, throwbacks, the OGs and everything. Right. But like all of y'all's lists are good. I like all those movies. I'd watch them again.
Would you actually sit down and watch the Polar Express from start to finish right now?
I feel like I could watch the Polar Express.
Okay.
You know my off-duty activities. I can sit there and watch TV and be hanging out.
I don't know if I've ever fully watched that movie.
What?
The Polar Express.
You never seen the fucking Polar Express?
I don't know if I've seen it completely through.
It is not a bad Christmas movie, bro. Polar Express is the shit.
I feel like maybe once I have, but I don't hardly remember it.
It's because you didn't have the good...
That's why it's not on my list.
Your teachers didn't like you like they liked us at our schools here in Florida.
Yep, you're right.
We were big chilling. They brought the winter to us because there was never a winter.
Yeah, they had to go all out for you guys.
Nolan smiled.
We had a field trip for... I remember like in kindergarten for the Polar Express. We saw that shit in like theaters.
Oh, yeah, we did. Didn't we go to like IMAX?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. That's just nuts. Can you believe that shit's like so long ago now?
I know, that's creepy.
Like I've been talking to Shannon about this. I feel like time goes by so quick now. I remember
you get busier you are.
I remember when we were running around the streets, ding dong ditching and doing stupid shit. Like, you know, I mean, shit today. Like, if there was like Ring doorbells, like we'd be in so much.
We'd be caught every night.
Oh my God! And I feel bad for Seth. Not really, because his ass isn't going out there and doing that type of shit. But you know, like we used to go have fun as kids and like not get in like actual trouble. Nowadays, like if you walk across someone's yard, they know who your ass is at. They're like, oh, he lives over here. This is his address. Like we would be hiding in people's backyards. We'd ding dong ditch, and then we would run across the street, and like it would be nighttime obviously, and we would like just lay down in the grass in between the houses and just watch people come out. I have a good story. There was one time we did that. I didn't throw the tennis ball, but someone threw a tennis ball and hit the glass. It was me, Nolan, Workman, AJ Hayes, and one other person. I forgot who else it was. That happened. So we throw that. Me, Nolan, I think one other person ran across the street, and then AJ went off to the left and just stood on the side of the dude's house.
I do remember
Solid
that.
choice.
So that happens, right? We're like, oh, the guy comes out, looks around, ha ha, funny. And then we decided to do it again. But we didn't. I saw it like at the last second, but AJ didn't. AJ comes back around from the side of the house and goes to do it again. The guy was peeking through the window the whole time,
Like looking at
and the dude came out of the house and like basically almost snatched AJ up. We all like ran from across the street. We're like, bro, get out of here! And like we ended up getting away from that. And then there was cars looking around for us when we were walking around. We were
it was a hot neighborhood, dude.
Oh, we had so
stupid.
Gosh.
much fun though.
It was a lot of fun though.
I tell Shannon some of the like other stories from us growing up. She's like, "What were y'all doing?"
I know.
Actually,
Y'all are crazy.
no. You remember that story, kidnap? I was telling you about with them.
Oh yeah, that
We
Yeah.
weren't messing with other people.
There was no one to mess around with. There's cornfields where you're fucking from.
There was
wasn't
plenty of
explaining
people
that
in
to
my
me.
little town, okay?
So explain for the audience. I was explaining the game to Nolan, but please say we're crazy.
Well, in Ohio, there wasn't much to do, and unlike these hooligans, we weren't going and ding-dong ditching people or throwing balls at their house. So my friends and I got together, and we would split up into teams of like 4. 2 people were the search team, and 2 people were the kidnapped people.
Okay.
And another team would take you, and you get dropped off somewhere in the city limits.
The city limits.
just sounds
The
like some
city
country-ass
limits.
shit, dude.
Did you
The
hear that?
city limits.
The city limits.
My city was like a mile long.
You're making the case even more.
This is not good.
So we'd get dropped off somewhere in the city limits, and then we have to call our...
They're blindfolded, by the way. She forgot to like.
Yeah, we
damn.
she
don't...
forgot to mention this part.
Well, we're blindfolded on the way to where we're being dropped off at. We can't know where we're going. So then we get dropped off, and then we, it's like go time. We call our search team, and we're like, got to find clues and have them come find us and pick us up and take us back to home base. First team back wins.
Oh shit. This could go really bad and everything.
Tell them the story where it went bad.
Oh, you want to hear that story? Oh.
Yeah.
So my mom, she had a timer on my phone where it would cut off for me to text and call people at like 11 o'clock.
Because that's fucking safe as shit.
Yeah.
That's so safe.
For a high schooler, right? So I was part of the team that was dropped off, and the person who I was dropped off with, her phone was broken. So we go and get dropped off. It's probably like 10:45 or so when we get dropped.
Getting close to that cutoff.
Getting close to that cutoff time. I forget that happens. Like I said, my friend doesn't have a phone at the time, so I'm trying to call my search team. Meanwhile, we get dropped off in the middle of this road that has almost no lights, and it's like there's an orphanage 100 feet away from us.
Yeah, we're the hooligans.
Yeah, that does sound pretty, yeah.
This sounds like some
That could be fun. That honestly does.
This sounds like some Children of the Corn
But
shit
we
right
got
here.
home all safe eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
They couldn't find your
happened.
ass. They were freaked the fuck out. Your like search
It
team.
happened. The people knew where they dropped us off at.
They knew the general
like
vicinity of
yeah,
it?
general
know
vicinity of
where
where
you-
we were going
yeah,
to be.
yeah.
So they all came and found us.
When we went up to Ohio and we were talking about this, they're like, "Oh, you didn't play that in Jacksonville?" I'm like, "No, you die if you."
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go hide on Kernan.
Yeah, they're gonna go drop you off in Moncrief in 103rd.
Yeah, I can understand not playing that
find your
here.
way home.
Yeah, we're gonna drop you off.
You guys would have to do it within like a neighborhood limit, not a whole town limit.
Drop you off 10 miles away.
Yeah, like we're gonna go drop you off in a real good area, Pearl Street.
Honestly, it was like a 5-minute drive
You don't need
distance,
anything.
though.
No protection.
It's like
Yeah.
you couldn't drive more than like 5 to 10 minutes. It had to be that.
Yeah, and this is also how people don't ever hear from you again. Like Shannon comes up on the Black Files type shit.
Well, that's why we get dropped off with a buddy.
Stupid game we all
Yeah, so
It's the buddy system.
So we got more numbers out there.
Jonathan and Jamie dropped off Shannon at this road for a harmless, fun game,
Yeah.
and she was never seen again. Like in the small town in Ohio,
Those
where,
mystery channels.
where
yeah.
all serial killers are from. Like
Yeah.
I think most of like the big name serial killers
be passing through there.
are from Ohio.
Oh yeah.
It's the buddy system.
Yeah, let me know what a buddy does for you.
Yeah, with no fucking phones.
Yeah, some dude pulls up with a gun and is like, "All right, you're gonna hop in this truck with me, whether you like it or not."
Does not sound like
Well,
a
the
fun
town
game.
I'm from, that never happened,
That's good.
to my knowledge.
This is also the same town where your sister was telling me that some dude got pissed off and started shooting the concrete in front of his house.
What?
He was having some mental problems.
He started popping the concrete.
That's not the same.
Out of his front fucking window.
Oh my god.
That's so fucking dumb.
It's not the same. Oh man.
Oh, sorry, I'm off on that one. Whatever.
He wasn't on his meds. That's different.
I bet he fucking wasn't. If I came home and you were shooting the ground, I'd be like, what the fuck you got going on, dear?
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's pretty funny.
Speaking of that, you did. That's something to bring up we haven't talked about. You got your first firearm.
I did. Yes, I got my gun, my little handgun for when Connor's away. I can defend myself.
I didn't know where that. When she said when Connor, I was like,
When Connor acts up.
Yeah.
when Connor acts up.
I didn't know where that was going for a second. I was like, what? I do what?
No, when you're away, there's been some instances where people have either knocked on the door or it sounded like they were trying to get in, and I have a little panic attack. So now I can defend
You
myself.
never know. There are some crazy people.
Jehovah's Witnesses are knocking on our door. Shannon
Shooting the concrete.
Shannon answers the door with a gun.
We have a passageway. Once you pass that threshold, don't hold me accountable.
I come home and all I see is bicycles and clip-on ties and just like blood on the floor.
Painted on the wall.
Yeah. Freaking helmets.
Like, we ain't cleaning. We ain't getting the deposit back, dude. We're screwed.
Oh my god.
No, we're not getting the deposit back, bro. When we have to take these
We'll see.
When we have to take these fucking panels off the wall, they're
Just rips all the time.
oh, dude, it's 100% gonna rip the tape off the fucking wall.
But we're gonna try the system. We just gotta make it heat. It'll expand and
Shannon,
release.
I've already accepted the fact that
Or we
There's
could
a lot of panels
repaint.
right here.
yeah, huh?
We could repaint.
I would just pay.
Fuck
the deposit.
that. I'll just get.
don't wanna deal
I ain't
with
doing that
this.
shit.
Like that.
I'm not fucking putting my hard sweat and tears into this shit for some place.
Heard that.
Fuck that.
Okay.
The only place I'm doing that shit is in our house. We
Yes.
fucking have a fucking place to live. And
Hopefully in the next couple years.
yeah, it'll be fine. We'll say, get a house here, hopefully in a little bit. Start having the boys over there. I think that should be fine. It's gonna be cool when we all like everybody has their houses and
I
shit.
know, it's gonna be pretty sick.
I'm sure one of us will have a pool. I'm sure that will be the summer
Living in
hangouts.
Florida, yeah, for sure.
That'll be the summer hangout spot. So, what are y'all's predictions for the fantasy football end of the season? Who do you think wins?
You want to go first?
Well, I hope it's Seth.
Yeah, it better be Seth.
It
I
better
think-
be Seth,
I got
or
a feeling
else
fucking
he's going to have a
Bill's
lot of
gonna
hate
do it.
coming towards it.
I think Seth pulls it out, to be honest with you. He's had a sneaky good team all season. Who do you think wins the Super Bowl this year? That's the question this
I
year.
know. I sneaky pick.
Who's
I like
going?
the Packers a lot.
The Packers are a sneaky pick. I like the Bills, to be
The
honest.
Bills,
honestly.
yeah.
But betting against Patrick Mahomes is the only thing that freaks me out because their team is
The
not.
refs are on their side too.
Well, yeah, the refs are making out with them after the game. I love those memes.
What are my options for the Super Bowl? Who are the top?
I mean, there's.
So I would say your top teams in the NFC right now would be your Lions, your Packers, your Vikings, and your Eagles. Like those four for NFC. And then AFC right now, you're going to have your Bills, Chiefs, obviously.
Texans.
Texans. I think the NFC is a lot stronger. I think it would be
100%.
Packers, so.
I can see it because Jordan Love's on a roll right now. He kind of like emerged as a quarterback. He was good last year, but I feel like this year he's kind of, even with injuries, he's come back and started doing
They got a
things.
game tonight.
Oh, that's right. Who are they
They're
playing?
playing the Saints.
The same. Dude, that's another thing I want to talk about. The fucking Monday and Thursday night games this year
Primetime games have been ass.
have been terrible. Most like the first half of the season was the Jets. I was getting so tired of seeing the Jets.
My
Like,
friend Cam loved that though.
yeah, shout out
That's
Cam,
yeah.
but fuck Aaron Rodgers, man. He is not the quarterback right now. He took too many trips to get do like his little dark retreats or his ayahuasca retreats and shit.
Yeah.
I'm not even hating on the drug part of it. It's just like you can't be doing all this shit and then come back and then nothing.
They were throwing 175 yards a game, 2 picks.
Yeah,
he needs
like-
to go back to the darkness and find that shit.
Well, indeed, I'm sorry. Like I don't dislike Aaron Rodgers. It's interesting listening to him talk, but like I just feel like he does shit as a troll. Like his freaking Netflix series that's about to come out is called Enigma.
I
Get
think it's already out. I need to watch that.
the fuck out of here, Enigma. Get the fuck out of here with that type of shit, bro.
Apparently, there's like footage of him like at the retreat. I think is what it is too.
Just tripping balls, just absolutely
Maybe I don't
tripping.
know. There was another player that I can't remember his name, but somebody else from the NFL also went to something he did.
I believe it. I could see that because there's a couple guys out there. Like there's that dude for Barstool. What's his name? Kyle Long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he works for them, and like he's like big into that whole side of things. I feel like athletes now though they're not getting drug tested like that anymore though. I think like marijuana and everything like just like basketball was taken off the list of stuff. So
They're
they're
checking for like hardcore actual drugs and probably stuff like that. But
Can you imagine if like Aaron Rodgers got caught and it was like heroin? It was like or some perk 30,
some perks.
He does
when his eyes start bugging.
He does the Kodak when he was on Kaisenet.
Oh yeah,
he just tosses
pop
it up.
perk.
Oh.
Nah, but no, it's interesting. It's interesting. So I did want to ask you one last thing since we have you on here. I asked Shannon this last time. It's Christmas and everything. What was your favorite Christmas gift you've ever been given? Whether it was like from a kid, like when you were young and everything, or
that's a good one.
like a good memorable one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said two different ones from my parents. So my dad, I don't know if you remember, I had that little red motorcycle that was gas powered. Do you remember that? The big wheel? So I had one of those, and then my first cell phone. I remember I got my first cell phone. That was like
that's a good one.
That was like really, and it wasn't an iPhone. It was the ones where, like I remember I flipped it up and it like had yeah. That was like my first one.
I would say I think it was 3rd grade. I got the Xbox 360.
Hey.
That was like my first like really cool console I got because I had the PlayStation 2 and I had like the PSP, but it was my first time having like a really high definition style type of gaming system. Like playing Madden for years on that, all the NCAA games. They just came out with the new one finally, but
we used to
all the
play
types of games on there.
We used to play the shit out of that, dude. That and we used to play like WWE Raw and shit on there too.
Yeah, we were fighting on there.
That was that was the fucking move back in the day.
Yeah, video games are awesome, honestly, because we used to play the NCAA March Madness game too. I don't remember playing basketball or like NHL too.
There would be fights. We'd be all yelling at each other and shit. Like one of us, we used to play FIFA as well. Like there was all kinds of tournaments that we would play when we go to Nolan's house. I found the one team that had like the fastest player ever on there on BVB, and like they used to get so pissed off at me, Shannon. I didn't know how to play the game well or anything like that. I just had a guy who could outrun everybody on that field, and I would beat him like 3-0, and they'd get pissed off. And then Jake figured out one dude on the NCAA basketball game that could just drain threes from any part of the freaking.
I'm trying to remember what team that was.
It was Oklahoma, I think it was what it was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like I remember he just kept shooting threes and then the NHL days were the days.
NHL was fun, dude.
NHL was fun.
You could like kind of cheat in that game and figure out like where to pass in certain situations where the defenders there's no way in hell they could skate over to the other side.
Or we would just fight. It would just be fighting
gloves.
Just 100% drop the gloves. And then what UFC.
UFC was honestly the best game to play.
I used to just head kick the
John Jones on UFC 3 was a badass.
That was the shit back in the day, bro. We had so much fucking fun.
Or they had what was the other dude? I'm trying to think of his name.
Silva,
and then I can't think of his name right now. He's got like the big tattoo of the sword.
Oh, you're talking about Brock Lesnar. Yeah,
dude, he was dangerous on that game.
That big fucking bull. That dude was an NFL player too. He played for the Vikings. Like what the fuck? We were also talking about it last week. Shannon brought up the fact of like I don't know when you were younger if you got the toy like catalog and you'd like circle.
Oh yeah, I do remember those. Yeah.
We were bringing up like old nostalgic things like the old like toys and shit. Do you remember Floam? It was like the little, it was like the foam silly putty.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
And you used to be able to put it on whatever you want. And like,
that, yeah.
Like we were talking about that. We were talking about. Do you remember the little black robot, like black and white robot, and you'd be able to tell it to do things?
Yeah,
they also had a dinosaur version of it.
They had like an eye dog. Remember like the dog ones?
They had the dog.
Yeah.
There was so many like OG things. I'm trying to think. What else did we talk about last week? There was a couple different like nostalgic toys that you just remember listening to.
Those were two of the main ones.
Those are big staples.
Was a big one.
I saw a video the other day that cracked me up. Reminded me of being a kid. It said like you fall asleep at 6 p.m., wake up at 3, and it's like oh, you can get this CD now with the best voices out there. It's like the songs.
1999.
Oh yeah, the way that they advertised toys and stuff during Christmas time and everything, it was all so hype, so like excitement, but the effects weren't great.
It's a pillow. It's a pet.
Oh, the pillow pet.
It's a pillow pet. Or no, here's a good one. Webkins.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
Bro,
my webkins are probably all dead as hell.
Mine are for sure.
Yeah.
I remember like getting so excited because like when we were younger, like extended day was held in the computer labs, so we would all just go hop on the computers and play games. Like they made us do homework for like 30 minutes, and then we would go. There was that and Pop Tropica.
I liked Club Penguin the best.
Club Penguin
that was my favorite one.
Club Penguin's dangerous, apparently.
Pop Tropica was fine, though.
Apparently, Club Penguin was a lot of offenders were talking to.
Oh, God.
That was a dangerous.
Giving out coins and shit.
You can't be talking to too many people on there. But no, I remember the Webkin shit was the move. I used to get, you just like download, like you'd get the code off the actual thing.
I wonder if there's still a thing.
I don't think they are.
I don't know. It'd be pretty impressive if they were. Though.
Now it's like Roblox and all that shit. Now
their website might still be active if you could find any
Talk about a money
You
grab.
know how hard it would find your old password to webcams? That'd be impossible. Dude.
I wouldn't even
You know how
know.
many fucking shit
That's where
gotta
you
go through?
reset the password.
Yeah.
I probably don't even have that email anymore. Whatever. It was probably my school email too. It was probably some like random shit on there.
Probably, yeah, because we were like 5 or 6
That
or
was
something
probably
like
my
that.
mom's email.
That's probably more like,
That's
probably
actually
mine was too.
That's actually a good point. It's
I
actually a
didn't
good
have a
point.
Gmail when I was 6 years old.
No.
Everything, yeah.
Hotmail.com at Comcast.com.
Yeah,
Talking about the
Hotmail.
old shit.
Oh my god.
So my last question, this is for all of us since we're getting towards the end of the podcast here. The new year is coming up. What are the goals for the new year, y'all? 2025. It's a big year. Say I'm turning 26. Shannon will be turning 27. You'll be 27 this year.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds like
That's
so
crazy.
old,
That's
bro.
crazy as fuck, bro. We're almost 30. That shit.
know.
That's just crazy.
Disgusting.
It's crazy how this shit's going on, man. Like me and Nolan have literally known each other since we were like fucking 5 or 6 years old.
Long ass time.
Yeah, it's crazy to think. I remember when Nolan didn't have a beard.
I started randomly growing it out and everything.
What are the goals, Shannon? What's
The
2025?
goals, I mean, I haven't really set specific goals yet. We haven't even got past Christmas here, but you know, just keep doing better. Hopefully start making some more money and start looking at a house.
I like it.
Nice.
I like it.
Start
stuff.
looking, you know.
Yeah. What about you, sir?
I would say just keep, doing better at work and trying to get better at my job. Fitness stuff too as well, getting into better shape, and even with my diet too. Getting better at golf is actually
That's top of my list.
and
I'd
everything
like to add that
Yeah.
to mine too.
Just stuff like, just normal stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Obviously, getting better at golf. I think that will never happen, but we'll see. We'll
That's
see.
a wish. That's a Christmas wish.
Say,
Yeah.
if there's a miracle that we can perform, that'd be one.
Hell yeah.
Like you were saying, do you get at work? I'm learning a new trade, so I would like to move up in that and try to make some decent money and get us towards the house. We're even talking about kiddos here the next couple of years, which is kind of weird. So get prepared for all that type of shit. And then, I think the major goal next year for the podcast side of things, I would like to get a website. That's the goal I'm going to do this next year. I would like to do website and merch. I think those I've been talking about for fucking years and just haven't done it. So I think
That
that's
should be awesome to get.
Everything's expensive and time consuming.
Yep. I want to do like the quarter zips. So who are you quarter zips, bro?
Yeah, especially for golfing, going out.
Just navy blue with a guy on it. I think that would be fucking sweet.
would be sick.
Or like a golf shirt with all the like just that logo
All the
just
Warriors.
all over the shirt. I think that'd be sweet. And if you guys have any ideas of what I should make, let me know. Put it in the comments. What would you guys be interested in? Hats are always a thing. I'm definitely thinking about getting some hats made, get some snapbacks. Got to have the hats and everything.
And tell us what your New Year's goals are.
Exactly. Let us know the New Year's goals. Let us know what y'all's top 3 Christmas movies are as well.
Yes.
Always interested to see what everybody's looking at and what their favorite movies. Our nostalgia is different than everybody else's, I guess. But every single week, we always have a good time. Thanks for coming back on,
I
Nolan.
appreciate you guys bringing me on.
It's been a while
It was
having you
good time.
on.
It was fun.
I was excited. Thank you for our Christmas gifts as well. We
Yeah,
appreciate it and everything. Got
We'll have
anything?
to talk Alex into coming in on the next one.
I
Good luck,
was
man.
trying to
Good
talk.
luck
I was
with
talking to
that.
her. I was like, Alex, you can come on the podcast.
If you could pair, she probably wouldn't do it.
I thought she was coming. Isn't she off today?
She would get nervous. No, she's chilling right now.
So I was trying to promote that TikTok shop.
Yeah, that's true.
If you guys know anything, go follow Snaggletooth on TikTok.
That's true.
Go,
She does make some cool shit.
Go buy a bag. Go get a bookmark. All kinds of good stuff. Make sure. She may not be here. She may be a hater on it right now, but I'll support. I'll be supportive in the podcast. But as I say every single week, y'all, thank you so much for checking us out. Make sure you guys give us a follow on all the social media. It's gonna be at Who Are You Pod from everything from Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. You guys know where to find us nowadays. And make sure you guys give us a like, subscribe, and a follow on YouTube. It's gonna be Who Are You podcast. You guys will be able to find us on there. Make sure you guys click that bell so you make sure you never miss an episode. And as my final thing every single week, if you guys feel like you have a story that needs to be told, you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, or even one of my buddies, and you feel like you'd be a good fit for the show, shoot me a message on any of the social media platforms, or you can email me. It's going to be whoareyoupod@yahoo.com, and maybe we'll have you guys on a future episode. But as we say every single week, y'all, thank you so much for checking us out. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever
Merry
you guys
Christmas.
celebrate.
Christmas, y'all.
We hope everybody has a good time and everybody has a good start to the new year. And we'll see y'all next week.